Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. Whew, that still is a mouthful. I need to figure out how to shrink it, but I think I've memorized it, so I think I'll totally mess up if I try to shrink that. Anyway, hopefully you guys had a great day. Hopefully you got a little bit of crafting done. I got a little bit. I finished up the prep for card class on Saturday. So tomorrow I pretty much need to just film a few videos and clean up my craft room so everybody can come on Saturday. So I got a smidgen done and I do work tomorrow. So I decided to do another Facebook Live in my pajamas. Is everybody getting into the holiday season now? Work has been literally so crazy. I think people are finally wanting it to be Christmas. And the weather here next week is supposed to be pretty chilly for us in Arizona. I know we either complain that it's too hot or we complain that it's too cold. Never happy. Only for a few months are we happy. Anyway, that is enough chit chatting. Let's point you over so we can start crafting. And I did remember to plug all of my equipment in, so hopefully we don't have any issues today. Okay, everything looks good. I did actually forget to open up my iPad and make sure we were live, but I think we are. My technology has been good to me the last few Facebook Lives, a few weeks. So I shouldn't say it's been a while since it's given me any issues. So we are good and ready to go. Good evening, Darlene. Welcome. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what we did on Tuesday. I fussy cut all of these guys out of the designer series paper. And today I decided to do a little bit of coloring with the stamps. I do enjoy coloring. I really forgot about our pencils, but I didn't bring the pencils in today. I did bring in our blends because I thought it looked so cute with our blends. And I pulled in an extra stamp set to go on the bottom that says feel better soon. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And I used everything from the suite. And I know I fussy cut that little guy. Two reasons why I fussy cut them. I actually didn't put my ribbon high enough to put a little strip, and I didn't want to recreate it. So I was like, we're just going to fussy cut him. So that's what we're going to be playing with tonight. I am using the same Otterly Amazing. This is an online exclusive, and it was just released a couple days ago. And I think it is so darling. And it has the dies to match. Some of the dies do cut out the designer series paper. And then the other ones you'll have to fussy cut, like this little otter, this little baby otter. He is right here, so you can die cut him. This one is, I believe, this guy. So you can definitely use the dies to cut out the paper, or you can just fussy cut. I honestly do think this might be my ultimate favorite designer series paper. Let me find the full sheet of it so you guys can see how beautiful that is. Love it. And I love it all. It's so pretty. And if you're not an otter fan, you should be because it is a fun set to play with. Okay, so that's the stamp set we're going to be using. And I want to bring in, oh, I must have left it on my desk, the sentiment for the feel better. Let me run in and grab it really quick. I have the stamp itself, but yep, it's called Unbounded Love. And I liked how itty bitty it was, so it didn't take away from the card itself. But you could really use any one of these sentiments. You've got this. I love you lots. You've got this. That is actually really good. Feel better soon is what we're going to be using. Love you lots. Never give up. Oh, I love this. I actually think I might be using that with this set a little bit more. Okay, let's bring in the product you're going to be needing. I did cut a 1/4 inch piece of our basic white, and that is just for the feel better sentiment. We have 2 pieces of our basic white. They measure 4 by 5 1/4, and I did run this one through the Birch 3D embossing folder before we went live. And this one is going to go on the inside. I have a piece of Pretty Peacock. This is 3¼ by 4¼ and the designer series paper is 3 by 4, so it fits right inside. I did go ahead and stamp and die cut out the little otters. Hello, Jessica, welcome. And then I used a piece of basic black for the log. And then I cut a couple of the rocks out. This is gray something, basic gray. Whew, that was really hard. And this is Smoky Slate. And then our card base is Pretty Peacock, and it's 8½ by 5½ scored at 4¼ Hello, Kathy, welcome. They are utterly fantastic. You are absolutely correct. Okay, I'm going to take my card base and fold it in half, and I'm going to bring in the piece that goes on the inside. And I usually don't stamp on the inside, but I was like, you know what? Why not? So I have my Pretty Peacock, and I'm just going to ink up the little fish. I used these little guys on Tuesday's live, and I just wanted a little smidgen on the inside. So we can go ahead and glue this down. Just like that. That piece was super easy. Actually, this whole card is really easy. And I'm going to go ahead and glue down my top piece. Make sure I'm getting it going the right direction. I don't even know if there is a right direction when you emboss, but I think there is. Okay, we're going to let all of that dry, and then we can move on to a little bit of coloring. So I'm just going to bring in this piece of Pretty Peacock just so I can color on it a little bit. And I'm going to bring my chair in and sit and color. So I used all of the light versions of these colors. So I have my crumb cake, and the crumb cake really was just an accent to go under his mouth, his or her. So I'm just coloring a little bit just to give it a little bit of dimension. Then I'm going to come down to this one, and I'm going to color this as well. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. There's really not a whole lot of lines. Then I'm just going to come in and just give the little belly a little bit of the crumb cake as well. So there's that. So now I'm going to do the pebbled path. I'm going to do the light version. I really just wanted it to be subtle. Excuse me, I wanted it to be subtle, so that's why I decided to use all of the lights. And you could bring in the darks if you wanted to give it a little bit of highlights. The possibilities are endless. These are just little ideas I came up with. I'm sure whatever you come up with is going to be just as beautiful, if not more beautiful. So just make sure you don't accidentally color over the crumb cake on the belly. On my original card, I did that. I wanted a little accent, and then I accidentally covered it up. But you know what? Nobody's ever going to know. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty cute. And then this one is the light pecan pie. And I'm going to do the top one in the pecan pie. I'm only coloring this one with you guys. The other one for the other card we're going to put together is already colored. Sorry, it's hard to talk and color at the same time. I don't want to go outside the lines. So if I'm quiet for a little bit, I am still here, just trying not to mess up. Oh, got a little on his tail, but that's okay. Okay, almost done with the otters. Whew, done with those. Now I have my light Mossy Meadow, and this one I just did the inside of the greenery. And this one was super quick to do. I'm using the opposite end of the blends, and I think it made it go super quick. Come over here, do this side. There we go. And then the last but not least is the little pieces of greenery, and this is the light old olive. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm gonna stand back up. I think it's easier for me to stand and stamp than it is to sit and stamp, especially on my Facebook Live table. So now I'm gonna grab the Lots of Love. I'm gonna stamp that, and while I have this out, I'm gonna bring in the little smidgen and stamp the Feel Better Soon. Okay, perfect. And that is all the stamping we're going to be doing and coloring. Let me grab my scissors. And I know you guys don't like fussy cutting, and I apologize, but I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut since I did it on the first one. The trick is, one, have an amazing pair of scissors. If you're using crappy scissors, you're going to get frustrated and give up. And then the other one is just to move your paper versus moving your scissors. And if you get a little too close, nobody's going to know. This is where it gets tricky because I don't have a whole lot to hang on to. There we go. That wasn't that tragic. Okay, so let's put all of these pieces together. That backside is actually really pretty too, but I think it gets lost, so we're going to glue that one down. Now this time, I think I am going to put all of this down. I'm going to work backwards on this card. I'm going to trim this off just so he's itty bitty. And I'm going to work a little backwards. Just so I have, make sure I have enough room up top. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down at the bottom. Then I'm going to come in and glue this piece down. The paper is beautiful. You are absolutely correct, Kathy. I actually think they knocked it out of the ballpark with their designer series paper. I'm going to go ahead and put this right kind of towards the left a little bit, not quite in the center. And this one, I am gluing all of these pieces down. I'm not popping. I'm going to pop the whole thing up, just not all of the little pieces. He's so stinking cute. Take the little rocks. They're hard to pick up because they're so tiny. And then I'm going to put this one off to the other side. Perfect. Now let's grab our absolutely phenomenal ribbon. I need my mini glue dots. And we're going to wrap this around. I am going to put it up a smidgen higher. Hello, Heather. Welcome. There we go. Now let's grab some dimensionals. I'm going to put one in each corner and one in the center. We all know what that center one is for. Bring in our card base. Put it right in the center. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put a little smidgen of glue on this piece. Love you lots. Grab a bow. I came out a little early, so I just made a couple extra while I was hanging out here. Put that in the center. Grab our fun little gems, and we're going to sprinkle a couple gems on. I think if somebody wasn't feeling good and you sent them this card, it literally would make them feel a million times better. Isn't that so fun and so cute? And definitely something a little bit different. Okay, let's put one more together. Everything's already cut, prepped, and ready to go. So all we have to do is do a little bit of gluing. Oh, I did lie. I lied a smidgen. I don't think I stamped the inside piece, but that's just going to take me a hot second. Perfect. Everything else is stamped, colored, and ready to put together. So remember, less is more when you're using the Tombow green glue. If you're finding yourself being super duper sticky, it means you're using a little too much. Again, I think I had these go in the right direction, and then I flipped them over, so we don't know which side is up, which side is down. Okay, set that to the side. Let's glue these together. Perfect. My sentiment is up here. I actually had to use both sides of that one. And it's okay. One, nobody's going to know besides my friends that I told on my live. And two, that's why you have two sides to a piece of paper. It's just in case you need it. So you do have to be careful on where you put the glue on this, because it does cut through just to give it more of a 3D look. So just be gentle when you're applying the glue to this guy. Oh, so darling. Not that I want anybody to get sick or not feel good, but I really want to send this to somebody. So if you know anybody that isn't feeling good, that could use a little pick-me-up, let me know, and I will drop this into the mail for them. Okay, before I put the sentiment on the top, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the ribbon. If you guys are coming to card class on Saturday, I will let you play with this ribbon and you guys can see how phenomenal it feels. I don't know if the videos do it justice, but it definitely is so fun to play with. There's that. That right there. Let's flip it over, add some dimensionals, and then our gems, and we are done. I think I have 2 spots left for card class on Saturday. So if anybody's interested, definitely send me a message. If you can't make the in-person, no worries. You can always get it to go. So you can let me know. And then bring in the gems. And then I'll bring all 3 cards back in to show you. Let's push all this stuff out of the way so you can see them. Okay, here you are. So fun and so cute. And these are the ones that I did on Tuesday's live using the same sets. So kind of same colors, but I think they are so fun and different. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's live. I will see many of you guys on Saturday for card class. If not, I will see everybody on Tuesday for another live. Have a great evening and we will chat soon. Bye-bye.